Sir, come. Come now. Listen. Papito. Sayo, you're so tall. You're so tall, this boy. Maybe knows daddy now.
Okay. Don't buckle it.
Choro knock a camera. Choro no, just now avoid the camera.
Okay.
Ne, oton kwa. Choro ka camera wente. Nkusikiti imi ano no. Papito, ne. Chosi block iri. Ojo. Oh, was he? Pokey. Stop touching this thing. Oh my dust. Choro no.
Welcome back. Reactions. So people have looked at that video, the one you watched and the one you're still watching, and they sort of came into a conclusion. Some have looked at the diaper, the diaper line, and they said, oh, this boy, he cannot tell mommy and daddy, I want to pee, I want to do, I want to poo, stuff like that. The thing is this, I've never heard this boy speak. I've never heard him speak. And I think he would be somewhere 3 years plus, something like that. 3 year plus, something like that. Like going to 4, something like that, I think. And some people have said that this boy is autistic. They said he's non-verbal. And the thing is that there are kids with speech challenges. It's not necessarily a disability forever. Speech challenges, and some of them will need a therapist to help them. It could come from a bit of trauma while the baby was being born, a part of his brain. At times, this do happen to children that their parents could not push them out, so they had to engage some kind of suction, and that suction is clipped to the back of their head and they are brought out. It causes some kind of cranium, you know what I mean? So those kind of children, although it is still being studied, but those kind of children will need a neck, head and neck professional that will help them adjust certain parts of that skull to release pressure in that part where speech is managed. And also, some say, oh, it could be inflammation. Some said it could be some other, whatever. The thing is this, children do not choose consciously where to be born. They just find themselves there. Now, the question on the lips of a lot of people is why is it that you, Edochie, and Judy'S team constantly want to put this boy on social media to create this dragging? Well, I don't think there is any crime, to be sincere. Let us be very factual. Let us be truthful. I don't think anybody should hide any child with any form of challenges or even disability. You don't have to hide that child like, I don't want the world to see and say something about me. I don't want people to drag. Anyone can do. The thing is that karma rotates in a way that you might not even understand how it works. That's the truth. So this platform will not in any way drag that little boy, make stuff like, yes, good for the boy. No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Even though it is known, let me put it that way, that some will put it this way. Let me say it this way. That the sins of great grandparents or sins of parents will be, the consequences of it will be transferred on children, even to the 4th generation. Meaning there are certain things that you are going through. It is not your fault, like consciously your fault. Someone was someone consciously engaged in whatever, and it resulted into the challenges that you are experiencing as a person right now. So, well. I believe strongly, very strongly, that the little boy will come around. I want to believe so. He has the right to life. He has the right to enjoy himself. Now, this brings me back to what Judy Austin was trying to put out back then. What they were trying to put out then was that Mary had attacked Edochie and Judy Austin, whilst Judy Austin, like, I'm kind of wondering, is it that Mary had an idea that Judy Austin was pregnant? Like, I don't get it. She kept quiet. She knew that Edochie had gotten someone pregnant and she's just keeping quiet about it. Like, she just could not publicly make it sound that way. But she started with, Jesus is my mother, Mary is my auntie, uncle is my uncle. You know, she started saying some stuff. God is my dad. Like, saying that all through her life, she has always been someone that people had attacked. Like, if that is it, it means that there are certain things that you are doing also as a person. So, they just could not say publicly that Mary is the one that made their son. And this boy is the first child between them that at least that's what we know. So this boy having this speech challenge and all of that, some people are saying this is karma. That Mary said God will judge both of you. And this, they say, is the judgment of God on both of them for the things they did, for the life they lived. That this is the consequence or consequences of it. The little boy obviously has challenges. I know kids can be attracted to, and it's not as if this boy is now so old. Like he's still a little boy. He's still a little boy. There is still time for him to grow. But it is obvious that star decay is having challenges. That's just the truth. He's having a lot of challenges. He's having a lot of challenges. That's the truth of it. And I just hope that life will turn around better for this little boy. That's just basically what I can say. I think he was born sometimes 2022. I think 2022, yeah. I think he was born sometimes 2022 because that's where the announcement was made. So this boy will be like 3 years, like going to 3 years. Let's put it that way. Let's say, because I don't know, maybe he was born January, February, March, April, like March, April, January, February, March, April. So there are kids who are 3 years old who cannot really make any sentence. Some of them have issues with comprehending. They just cannot communicate with you. And there are kids who are very fast. They pick up and they talk, and that doesn't mean the little boy will not be able to thrive in life. It doesn't mean he will not be able to speak. It might be that he will begin to make full sentences and be able to speak when he is kind of maybe a 4-year-old. There are kids like that too. And don't forget that kids who cannot express themselves and they know within themselves that there is some kind of issue with them, it could cause them some kind of frustration, and they might they can also act in a certain way that will make people kind of wonder, like, why is this boy acting strange? Of course, if you cannot express yourself, you can't say what you want. It might make the child behave in a certain way. So the guy got attracted to that and he wants to continue. So people already profiled, they said, look at that boy. He's really autistic, and that kind of autism where a child is attracted to a certain thing and they don't want to leave it, and he keeps on holding on to it. It keeps on. It's just The boy is just 3 years old. He's just 3 years old. So he's not really, we cannot begin to say, oh, let's say he's 6 years old and he's having this kind, he's demonstrating this. Then it will be a different thing. Let's say he's 6 years old and even 5 year old, saying this is a seed of discord. This is this and that. I don't think that's, regardless of what daddy and mommy might have done or did or whatever, it has nothing to do with the little boy. That's just the truth of it. I don't know if your thoughts differ, because people are very quick in saying words towards or against this little boy. This platform is not for that. We can never, ever, ever begin to drag a little boy and say because the dad and mom decided to be together and one person was left. No, apart from the wickedness that is attached to the demise, the demise of Kambili Chuku. Apart from that, I will not judge the little boy. I cannot even judge the little boy because daddy decided to have another woman in his life. No, it doesn't make sense. That will not. I guess if we begin to rubbish this little boy, it will make us not different from Judy Austin, and that's not what we want to be.